Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Well Dressed Brand TV show. I am Toy Sweeney, founder of the Well Dressed Brand, author of the book Secrets of a Well Dressed Brand. It is the first of the month. So, for those of you who are on the color of the month email list, you got it at 8:30 this morning in your inbox. The color of the month, introducing it. And this month we are talking about nothing other than the color purple. Now, there are so many things that I think of when we're talking about the color purple, and I have to be honest with you. It is my least favorite color. I don't like it. But this month, I will be stretching myself as I've done every month since January. We talked about, of course, a lot of colors that I did like, but I am not a fan of purple. And so I didn't have anything in my closet in this color at all. And so I had to get with it. And, so we will be growing together. We'll be learning together. For those of you who, where it is your favorite color, I hope to, help you to understand some new things and some new insights about this color. And so, for those of you who have gotten the color of the month email, if you haven't, please jump over to toysweeney.com after this live and sign up for the color of the month email list. And so each month we choose a color. And every Tuesday, every first of the month, I go live and I talk about, like I'm doing today, I introduce the color, we talk about it, and every Tuesday on Instagram only, I go live. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. And for those of you who are joining me over here on Instagram, happy afternoon, happy first of the month, happy purple month. So make sure that you sign up. And if you have already signed up and you love it, make sure that you tell a friend that this is something that you're doing and that you've been enjoying. So other thing about those of you who are signed up for the color of the month, I know the last couple of months has been a little kooky with my Amazon shop, but it is up and running today. So you got that link in your newsletter. So make sure you click the link. And in that is the Honest lip gloss that I have on in purple. This top also, and then a couple months ago, I gave the link to the various, little fun glasses. And each month, also in the email, this is my final talk about that. I do recommend a book. So for those of you who got the email list, you got this. And I can't find my physical book, but this is the page from the email list. And the recommendation is I'm Not Yelling by Elizabeth Leba. It's a Black woman's guide to navigating the workspace. So make sure that you go into my Amazon store and purchase this book, or just go on to Amazon. You don't have to get it from my store. And support that each month. I do highlight a different author and then also a different entrepreneur. And I neglected to pick my entrepreneur this month. I realized that, so I apologize. So for those of you who are joining for the first time, why are we doing this? Why are we talking about color? Why? Well, understanding the meaning of color in business, in your brand, in your personal brand, is essential when you are establishing your business or your brand. It is very important. Color impacts our lives in so many different ways that we don't even often understand all the different ways that it does. The color and the choices that you make on your website. For those of you who are still using business cards, and even in the colors that you choose to wear, it has an impact. It's powerful, powerful in the subconscious minds of your clients. It has the power to sway their thinking. And if you've picked up my book, Secrets of a Well-Dressed Brand, I talk about from Yellow Duck Marketing, the stat that says people are 94% more likely to remember the color that you're wearing as opposed to anything else. And so I know that I am a visual learner, and with 60% of us being visual learners, if that doesn't express to you how important color is, just from a visual impact, then I don't know how else to convince you that this is really fun and this is very impactful, and it's important. Most importantly, right? Because we are entrepreneurs out here trying to run our business, or we are working in the workplace and we're looking to continue to climb the ladder or grow, or maybe it's your side hustle and you're trying to create a product and you need to know how important those colors are. So this month we are talking about the color purple. And y'all are going to have to take some deep breaths. Listen, I am all out of my comfort zone. Not am I only wearing, did that sound right? That didn't sound right. I'm getting over a cold, you guys. I'm so sorry. But not only, that's what I was trying to say, am I wearing a color that I dislike, but it's growing on me. I'm wearing big earrings, and you guys know I am a stud girl. So not only am I pushing you to get out of your comfort zone when it comes to color and different things in your wardrobe, but I want to walk the walk. So I want you to see me doing it as well. So here we are talking about the color purple. So using purple in business, again, you want to understand the traits of that color and any color and the moods, especially of how the physiological impact that it's going to have on your consumers and yours. I even grabbed a purple drink for you guys. So let's pray that I don't belch my way through this presentation. And I am thirsty. Okay, so the message, again, we talked about the message that it could send to your customer. So specifically, when we're talking about the color purple, purple suggests wealth, extravagance, fantasy, and the world of dreams. So it enhances your spiritual pursuits and this kind of world of enlightenment. It heightens people's sense of beauty. And when I think about that, I think about the beauty brand Tatcha, because all of their packaging is purple. Let me know in the comments what other brands uses the color purple that you can think of, as we are talking about how it heightens people's sense of beauty and their reaction to be more perceptive to creative ideas. So if you are pitching a new client and you want them to be more perceptive to the creative idea that you're pitching, then purple is the color that you want to make sure that you're wearing when you do that. Now, we're going to cover a little bit the difference between, and again, if you've gotten a newsletter, I'm so excited to have you on board with this. We're talking about, we covered this already, so we're talking about the difference between purple and violet today a little bit. Um, excuse me. The reason that we're doing that is because when it comes down to the psychological meaning of purple and violet, I'm wondering even as you're seeing this, I'm wondering if my top is reading more purple or violet on the HD camera. It looks very different on Instagram over here than it does, on the Cam Live. So anyway, so the difference between violet and purple is that violet appears visible on the light spectrum or rainbow, whereas purple is simply a mix of red, one of my favorite colors, and blue. Violet has the highest vibration in the visible spectrum. Violet is not as intense as purple, so maybe this is reading as a true purple. However, both colors contain the energy and the strength of red and the integrity of blue. So remember in February, we talked about blue, right? And this color of integrity. And we will be talking about red. I'm not going to tell you which month, but I cannot wait. And so purple carries the energy and the strength of red, which we haven't gotten to yet, but that's the color of determination and ambition. With the intensity of blue. Remember, blue is that safe. And so if you're looking for something that's in the middle of that, purple might be the color that you want to choose, where you want to have that regalness, but also that intensity and that extravagance of red, right? Purple is it. Purple and violet promote harmony of the mind and harmony of the emotions. Thank you. Thank you, Chanel. I can't see the comments below on my econ, but I can see them on my phone. Thank you for saying that I look beautiful today, because I am out of my comfort zone wearing this color, and I was not feeling beautiful. So thank you. I was like, I look like a big picture of grape Kool-Aid. And there's nothing wrong with grape Kool-Aid. I grew up drinking grape Kool-Aid, but that's how I felt today. Like a big old picture of grape. I was like, oh, so listen, we're gonna struggle through this together. Rihanna's cleanser comes in. Oh, okay. So great. So, all right. So that makes sense. And those are the connections that I want you guys to help me make. Like, what beauty products, what things are you like? Is this feeling and true for you? Have you seen this out in the marketplace? Because these are things that you can include in your brand and in your personal brand, including your business, So other big brands like Fenty, Tatcha are doing this. And so this is something that you can include as well. Now, where were we? So, purple and violet, as we said, promote harmony of the mind and emotions. It's all about mental balance. Let's just say that together. Mental balance. Isn't that what we all want? Mental balance. I feel like we need to do like a box breathing technique here where we go in for deep cleansing breath, right? Mental balance, mental stability, and peacefulness. So, if you are someone who is spiritually seeking peace and harmony and those types of things that we've been mentioning, then purple is the color for you. Purple and violet support meditation. How many of you like to pray and meditate? I'll do it over here so you can see this hand on Instagram. How many of you like to pray and meditate? Then purple might be the color. Both colors represents the future. We are not living in the past. If you are a purple personality, you want to live in the future. Purple is the color of imagination and dreams, while spirituality, again, calming your spiritually calming your emotions. I'm getting so tongue-tied today. The color violet is all about escaping from the practicalities of life. It's the color of daydreamers. I love that. It's the color of daydreamers. Both are devoid of ego. So if you are an ego driven person, then purple or violet is not for you. They're the colors of self love. I am feeling a little childly today, especially, with these earrings on. This brand is called Natasha, and I just got them from TJ Maxx yesterday as just a little something to help me get through this live. Okay. They are the color of self-love and encourage sensitivity and compassion. So again, think about you pitching your products or your business or services, and you want to come across as sensitive and compassionate, then purple or violet is going to be the color of you. The color purple specifically is associated. So some of those were violet. The color purple specifically is associated with nobility, creating an expression of luxury and wealth and extravagance. We talked about that. Oh my gosh, bubbly water was probably not the way to go today. Purple has power. When I think about the power of purple, and if you guys who have gotten an email list today, we included that picture of Angela Basket, Angela Bassett in the gorgeous, powerful, luxurious gown that she wore to the Oscars. So I always think about that. So it's very powerful. It demands quality and respect. Think about that when with her and her team choosing that gown, right? She's been wanting to win that Oscar. She's not, she's disappointed, but it's not going to make or break her career. But it really comes down to demanding the respect that she deserves, right? All these P's. Purple was the perfect color for that night. It's an ambitious color that is only for the confident leaders. So you have to be ready to exude all the things that the color purple does. This is my favorite meaning of the color purple. It is the color of introspection. I love that. Purple is a popular color among many people, but where would you guess that it fits among people's favorite color? So when we talked about the color blue in February, it was the most beloved color in the world. So where do you think that purple falls? What do you think? I'm going to give you the answer, so don't worry. Meg says, I didn't know I needed purple into my life until now. I know. I think it might have won me over. So purple typically falls somewhere in the middle of the list of favorite colors. So it's um, about fifth on the list. And since, in between, I think it was like blue was the favorite, and then there was like red, black, and then like purple or something like that. Since the color purple and violet has similar meanings, again, that's why we were discussing both. Hold on. Let me get myself together here. Got all out of order. Um, Purple allows you to get in touch with your deepest thoughts. It again is the color of imagination, and it inspires like mastery level ideas. So think about that. If you have a place in your business or you're leading a team of creatives, right? And maybe have a room that you're getting into and you're like, let's, have a tete-a-tete in this about a project or something. Maybe you paint that room purple because it's really going to foster their imagination and creativity and those ideas that are just top level, like it does something to you. And again, with all the colors, you guys, at the first of the month, we always talk about not to forget that colors don't mean the same all over the world and in different cultures. And so, rather you love a color or you dislike a color, it comes down to what your associations with those colors are. And, and culturally, what that color means to you. So, in the Western world, purple is often associated with royalty, elegance, luxury. During the Roman times, the wearing of purple was reserved for the emperor and his family, and since then, it has been associated with status and privilege. Now, on the next Tuesday that I go into the deeper color of purple, we're going to go into the idea and the thought of where that came from. Why is it that the royals were the first to kind of put that color on the map and in various countries, and why that was? We'll go into that a little bit with a very specific shade of purple. In Japan, purple was associated with wealth and power. It's said that during the 17th and 19th centuries, only members of the imperial court were allowed to wear purple clothing. In ancient Egypt, purple was used for again royal ceremonial garments, and it was associated with gods. It was also used for funeral preparations, to dictate the combination of physical and spiritual worlds. And so purple really connects that balance between the physical and the spiritual world. That's something that's a meaning even in the Western world. In Thailand, purple is considered to be, again, a royal color and is often used in decorations during important ceremonies. And in Hinduism, purple is associated with wisdom, creativity, intuition. It is believed to help activate the sixth chakra or third eye, which is said to control, again, your intuition and perspective. And that was from getempoweredbycolor.com, where she goes through the psychological impacts of color. So, is there anybody out there, hi Courtney, whose favorite color is purple? Where are you? Where are my purple people at? So, what does your favorite color say about you? And if you're like me, raise your hand if it is your least favorite color, because we're going to talk about what that means as well. So, what is your favorite color? Having your favorite color being purple, what does that say about you? Having purple or violet, excuse me, I'm at the tail end of this cold, you guys. Okay. Having purple or violet as your favorite color means you are sensitive and compassionate and understanding. Does that sound right for you? Does that sound right? And very supportive of others because you are the person that everyone comes to for advice, but sometimes they can take advantage of you. You have a free spirit and a quiet dignity about you. You are usually introspective. I am not, or excuse me, you're usually an introverted, excuse me. You're an introvert. So is this true? If this is your favorite color, are you an introvert? Do you find these things to be true about you? Um, People are often drawn to you. You have this very alluring energy about you. You're very creative and sometimes impractical with a great imagination. You are often dreaming of your future. Well, that sounds like me. You do not like being part of a crowd. Well, I don't like purple, but that sounds like me. And you don't like to copy others. Okay, I can check those boxes. So maybe deep inside of my heart, I'm a purple girl. You do not like, you are often in positions of power because you are such a visionary. The color purple is rich and visually striking. It's a visually striking color. And you think about, again, going back to what we talked about earlier in the live, where 60% of us are visual learners. 94% of people, remember color before they remember anything else about you. Now, we are going to take a 30-second, not even, quick break. You on Instagram, you will not be able to see, let me see if I can find it here. You will not be able to see, let's see. Hold on, maybe we are not going to do that today. Uh, da, da, da. Oh, okay, never mind. I won't do that here. I'll figure it out to do it somewhere else. Okay, so if you do not like the color purple, and you're like me, but we're going to grow into this together this month. What does that mean about you? If you are someone that dislikes the color purple, you may be a realist. So you're not that daydreaming kind of person. You live in the present rather than the past or the future. I live in the future. I don't live in the past, so that's partially true. You may not be an artist, but you like to be the critic. So you like to be the one that says, well, I'll critique that for you. I'll look over that for you, but you're not the one that's out there with all the vision creating. You prefer to conform to society's ideas rather than being an individual. Now, I don't think that that's true. And again, these are from empowered.com. So it's her perspective on it. I don't, as someone who really dislikes the color purple,